Back in the day, I would have taken a short when the market came right down here. But over the years, I've learned that for some reason, there are these magical areas where price just has to bounce where it previously has bounced. If you go to the weekly chart, you will see that this area right here, the price came down to this area, held a support, and it bounced. Same thing here, here, and now we're here again as well. Most likely, the expert traders are thinking that we're going to see a bounce here again. One of the things that has really helped me in this trading journey is watching interviews of traders who I consider to be very successful and understanding why they do the things that they do. If you could think from the perspective of the best traders, then you're less likely to make retail mistakes. I was retail at one time, and what I normally would have done right here is I would have taken a short. But now, for some reason, it just makes sense. I'm expecting this price to go up to this line right over here because that's where we saw resistance here, here, here. You know, we could experience some chop before that as well. Probably in this area right here where we are right now. If we're able to get past this right here, then I think we're going to come and test this for sure. And there's a possibility that we even go higher. But let's see what happens. And then there's other trades that I have as well, but this is my main one. Trying to take this account that I have from 10,000 to 100 grand paper trading. And this is another trade that I have taken recently. If we look at this on the 4 hour, let's see what it does. But this is more of a gambling account. Let's not pay attention to this one. The most important one is EURGBP. If we get rid of some of these drawings, it's a little bit clearer to see exactly what's going on here. And these lines, I like to mark them up on the daily and the weekly, the black lines. So the logic of having this is basically, right, we saw a price come into this area and it held us support many times. The only time it got below this line, it came down to this area. So there's two lines. Consider it to be a little bit of a buffer. And one of the things that I learned a long time ago was try to put your orders in areas where you would normally first think to put your stop loss. So that means that if you believe that price may wake you out in this area, put your order here, not your stop. And this trade is basically just a 2-to-1 ratio, and the stop loss is 33 pips. So it's not a huge stop loss. I like to keep it tight. One of the things that I've learned as well is that the best way to make a bad trade, is not getting a good entry. What you want to do is to get a good entry is you determine which way the market's going to be going on the daily and the weekly, and then you go to the shorter time frames to find some bullish structure. So if we move to the left here, the logic of taking it where I took it was bearish. And then I saw this happening and I thought to myself that might be a good area to take a trade right around this area right here. But there's always that possibility that this just comes up and we're still going lower, because right now we don't know if we're making lower lows and we don't know if it's going to make a reversal. So I waited for some formation here, and then I thought to myself, okay, that is now on the 4 hour becoming a little bit bullish. And then we saw this pattern play out, and then I took the trade right there. I thought that this is now a higher high on the very shorter time frame, higher high, lower low, and that is what happened. And now we are making higher highs on the lower time frame. So on the higher time frames, it's still a little bit bearish, but I believe that we're going to see a reversal up to here, and then we should collapse, or it goes a little bit higher. We'll assess the situation up here. Thank you. Follow. Let's go.